What up, y'all? So, over the weekend, it was a little bit of straightening on Twitter, as Steven Espinoza came out here to clear up some little things that was, he didn't want, I'm assuming, right? Because I don't have no sources. My name is Mr. No Sources. So I'm assuming that Steven Espinoza didn't want this to go out like a wildfire, similar to how it played out last time around with the Errol Spence and Terence Crawford negotiations. You had certain media outlets was coming out, media outlets talking about like Mike Cappinger or, these other guys who are writers or whatever. They like to write these things as if they know some shit and they really don't be knowing 100% of the fact. They probably know just as much as us as the fans. But Stevie Espinoza, he came out here to clear some things up or whatever. So this is what happened. So as y'all coming in, y'all smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you ain't already subscribed. Now, last week, everybody was talking about, including me, we all was talking about Errol Spence and Terence Crawford possibly happened on because Charter Spectrum had a date for Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. So people was thinking, hey, damn, is this fight happening? Damn, so the Keith Thurman fight ain't happening. Errol Spence and Terence Crawford actually next. So that's what, that was some of the thoughts. But you had a lot of people also thinking, right? Because I did a video and I was saying how I wasn't going to bite on it until I seen like a press conference or it really announced from Errol Spence's team or something like that, posted on Instagram, something like that, something credible. So I wasn't going to bite on it, but we did talk about it. So here goes Steven Espinoza. Somebody posted the upcoming events for Charter Spectrum, and they was questioning as if it was Photoshop. So Steven Espinoza, he retweeted, he said, not Photoshop. Hate to be bearer of bad news, but this list reflects pay-per-view date holds. Doesn't mean a fight is made, just means someone reserved those dates at some point in a possibly distant past. So, right? So I'm going to put this in nigga terms. Or duck terms, I should say. You know what I'm saying? Duck language. Because I'm the duck whisperer. So this is basically what this is about. Because it's plenty of people who even comment on my video or other people I've seen on other people's videos actually confirmed that it was on Charter Spectrum. So all Steven Espinoza said, it wasn't Photoshop. It was actually real, right? Which people already knew it wasn't Photoshop because they called up to Spectrum themselves and were like, hey, man, this real, da-da-da-da. And Spectrum said yes. So it was confirmed on both ends, from the people and then from Steven Espinoza, right? But then he come back and say, hate to be bearer of bad news. The reason he's saying hate to be bearer of bad news is because he's saying that for people who believe in the fight is already made, right? So then he say this list reflects pay-per-view date holds. So this is what I take from it. So basically, in other terms, they probably in the same place they was before, trying to get the fight done. I think, this is what I think. I'm missing no sources, remember? So take this with a grain of salt. Hey, so this is what I think. I think Al Heyman working on the fight. He got the date hold of June or whatever, right? So possibly nobody else could just take the date from him. That's an open date, so they probably got the date for Spence versus Crawford if the duck don't duck. So, you know what I'm saying? And it's hard to say the duck won't duck because the duck is a duck. So, what you want the duck to do? You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, shit. So, we back in the same place, really, for real. It's like, shit. We got possible dates, just like before. The other possible dates was what? November, December, or something like that. You know, those were possible dates. And then the duck went with his move. He went with his move. So the duck is back in the same similar position again. You remember? He all out of nowhere, the duck had found this guy, you know, he wanted to eat a vegetable. The vegetable name was avocado. So he fought avocado. So now he got another. This ain't no vegetable this time. This is an insect. The duck went from eating vegetables to roaches. So now he got a motherfucker named Alexis Roacher. He has a roach. The duck don't want to eat vegetables no more. He want to eat goddamn insects. He want to eat roaches. So we not banking on this fight to happen because the duck might eat a roach. It still don't want to eat meat. It want to eat roaches and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is for real, man. To sum it all up, to put it in duck terms. You know what I'm saying? The fight isn't made, but it's on the table. But you can have a lot of things on the table, but then for the duck, and then the duck will still be at the table, and then a little roach get to running by the creak of the wall on the side, and then the duck see the roach in the periphery and say, fuck it, I don't want no meat, I want the roach. So that's what's going on. Basically, shit. So we'll see, man. So look, what else happened? Yeah, that was pretty much it. I see they got a price point and everything for the Spence and Crawford fight. If the duck choose not to eat the roach and stay at the table, right? The price point will be $74.99. I see that. You know, that probably could be adjusted too, by the way, but you know. But yeah, man, that's what's going on. That's just a little bit from Steven Espinoza, but I think the fans kind of like figured this out before Steven Espinoza came out and confirmed it, threw a little sauce on it. You know what I'm saying? I think it was kind of figured out that, but it's glad to hear from somebody who in the shit, you know what I'm saying, to let people know, like, nah, man, this fight ain't made. The duck can still do what it do, so keep your foot on the duck neck. Period. So, yeah, that's what it is, man. We'll see how this turned out, man. Other than that, we ain't holding our breath for it. You know what I'm saying? It could be Keith Thurman. Could be somebody else. You never know. But right now, we know that it's on the table. And then the duck could duck again. So we might be back for season 7. DuckTales. Because the duck can duck again. Anything can happen. But yeah, man, that's what I got for Steven Espinoza. I just wanted to talk about that. But yeah, that's all I got, man. Y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. You ain't subscribed already, man. The fight not made yet, but assuming it's still on the table from what I take from this, what Steven Espinoza said, is on the table being talked about. You know what I'm saying? The person who held the date was probably Al Heyman. Yeah, it's still on the duck, man. It's his move. You know, it's crazy to me. The duck had a tune-up. Earl, he don't even, you gotta look at this shit, man. The duck had a tune-up. Ate an avocado like it was a sensu bean. And now, Errol Spence, he's sitting back. He's like, I don't need no tune-up, nigga. You did all that. I'm still telling you, what's up? He's still willing to get in the smoke without a tune-up, and you had a recent fight, and he's still ready. That's crazy to me, bro. That just shows you a lot. It shows you who wanted to fight all along. But y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed already, and I'm out, man. Deuces.